In regard to the Aseret Hadibrot, or the Ten Commandments as they're more commonly referred to, they're usually broken down, since they were on two tablets, they're usually broken down into five and five. Just they fit into the Aron. Didn't have the Crusaders cap, but that's for a different time. Anyway, they're broken into five and five. So it's interesting to note. I heard this from Rabbi Yonah Levin. Yeah, he says the name of the Hiruvin and says the name of the Malbit. That basically what was going on. If you look at the words, the first five normally we divide up the 10 luchos five and five, and they say the first five commandments that were on the first luchos, they have more to do with man's relationship with God. Ben Hadam Lamakom, between man and Hamakom, which is another name for God. While the second five, which go on the second luchos, um, those are Ben Adam L'Chavero. Those are commandments that are more man between his man. The first, in the first five, one of them being, you can't have any other gods, you can't take God's name in vain, remember the Shabbos, and then the last ones are more don't kill, don't covet, no kidnapping. So it's interesting to note that they were both the same size luchos. Each tablet was the same, but the amount of words that would be on the first set of luchos greatly outnumbered the amount of words that would be on the second set of luchos. Because if the second set of luchos, it starts with kavedas avich v'simechad, honor your parents, so you should have a long life, and then more or less lo tinafli, turn over, turn over. And then one more, and those are all like 1, 2, 3. They're very short. While the other one's Shabbos is much longer. So what's going on? So if you think about it, since there was much less words, what happens? The font ends up getting bigger. So those words, even though there's less of them, they all are much bigger. So since they're much bigger, they're easier to see. Not everybody was able to get an upfront and close enough view of the luchos. So what was the more important? What was the ones that Hashem wanted to make sure everybody sees and everybody understands? The Ben Adam L'Chavero, the laws that are man between man. Because primarily that's our role in this world, is between man and man. God doesn't want us to, speak Lashon Hara about each people. That it doesn't want us to rob and to steal, to speak badly. That those are the main primary things. Those are the ones that are, I don't want to say the worst sins, but those are ones. Those are the type of sins that we want to avoid more. Those are the things that upset, quote unquote, upset Hashem more than the honor, like remember the Shabbos. Again, they're all very important. I don't want to say one is more important than the other, but again, he wants, so, and sometimes you do have a difference of how do you know something is important. It's because if you get transgressed, there are different punishments. So obviously, if a person gets a worse of a punishment, it was more important of an action, and a less stringent punishment, it was a less of an action. So that is one way to gauge, but that's not for now as well. Now the point is that we should all be aware that we were able to visibly see the last five commandments clearer. They were in a larger font. They were more, that we should clear them and we should take them more to heart and to every day. Thank you.